There is one position group that Ryan Poles could focus on more than others as we head into this season, and I'll tell you why. So what is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. If you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. Please make sure to hit the bell icon so you are, in fact, notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's hop into this, people. So I came across this article in which the PFF was talking about, so it's a PFF article, of course. PFF was talking about one area that every NFL team might need to focus on this season for next season, as in like, hey, we got to look at this position group or this area for potential replacements after this season. And for the Chicago Bears, they highlighted the play of their linebackers, Tremaine Edmunds and TJ Edwards. So this is what they had to say. Tremaine Edmunds earned just a 59.2 PFF overall defensive grade in 2024, marking his second straight season of a sub-60 figure. The Bears have an out in his contract this offseason. TJ Edwards also struggled, allowing the most yards in coverage among all linebackers. It's a totally new coaching staff in Chicago, and if Edmunds and Edwards don't fit what defensive coordinator Dennis Allen wants to do, one or both could be elsewhere next season. The 2026 NFL Draft will have plenty of linebacker talent if they choose to do so. All right, so let's talk about this. I don't think PFF is wrong in saying this, because the more and more I think about it, the linebacking group that we have, it's solid, but it's not spectacular. But more so than that, the amount of dollars we are investing into this position group is just not giving us the sort of ROI that we expected, especially with Tremaine Edmunds, who is going to be under a microscope this season, folks. He signed a massive deal. You guys remember that 4-year, $72 million contract he signed back in 2023? Yeah, his 2 seasons so far with the Bears have not been great, folks, and certainly not worth the amount of money we signed him for. I mean, this is a guy that we felt comfortable signing after obviously trading Roquan Smith, and yeah, the production has not been anywhere close. Now, TJ Edwards, on the other hand, he's been much better. In fact, you know, we even extended him, giving him an extension, but he's just one guy, right? So it's like you still need other guys to be, you know, good in a solid linebacking core. I mean, we are the Chicago Bears here. We're talking about, you know, having some of the best linebackers in NFL history. Now, again, not focusing on that, but just saying, I believe what's going to happen is Dennis Allen and his staff are going to take a look at how these guys performed this season, right, with the linebacking core. And they're going to go ahead and say, look, if these guys aren't, you know, sort of being the guys that we look at as key pieces for the future that we want to bring back, then we're going to go ahead and let them go, man. Because like it was mentioned in the article, Tremaine Edmunds, there is an out in his contract. The Bears can get out of that if they choose to do so. And the 2026 draft has a lot of linebacker talent. And we just, by the way, drafted a linebacker, Ruben Hippolyte, who Ben Johnson likes. So you could see this group being a focus for the draft in 2026. I would say at this point, TJ Edwards feels like a safe bet to stick around just because of the contract extension he was given. But Tremaine Edmunds, man, yeah, he is far from a guarantee. If he has another down season, yeah, I think the Bears are going to go ahead and let him go. And by the way, his dead cap figure drops from $13 million this season to just $2.4 million in 2026. So the Bears can certainly get out of there with not a lot of dead money. So to me, I do agree with that. I think linebacking, the linebacker core is a position of weakness to look at where we can improve. Again, it's based off of the dollars. You're investing a good amount of money in this position group. You want more production out of it. The other area I would have focused on as well would be the running back room. But again, I feel like I've kind of, you know, talked about it a lot. So maybe we don't need to go into that whole ordeal, if you will. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with PFF saying that, hey, if we don't see improvement out of this linebacking core, it is going to be a position that Ryan Poles is going to look to address in 2026 in the draft specifically? And again, we're talking more about Tremaine Edmunds than TJ Edwards. But let me know your thoughts. Sound off down below in the comments. As always, thanks for watching.